So this was your entry. Let's do a long position, which, by the way, great entry, right? Great entry, perfect entry.
Yep.
There's your stop. Okay. And here was your first profit target, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now you took 50% off at a 2.3 to 1. Is that correct?
Yep. Yep.
Okay. All right. And then your next one you got out here, right? Here?
Mm-hmm.
Or was it up higher?
It was 2003.
Okay. All right. So just a slight little bit higher than that.
Yeah.
Sorry. Okay. This thing's finicky. Okay. I'll just delete that. Okay. I'll draw a new box. So 2000. 2003. Right there, right? That was your price. Okay, so let me draw a new line here. Actually, that might be easier. 2003, because you got precise. Okay, all right, there you go. That's pretty close. That's your profit target. That's your final profit target. Okay, perfect. So let's take a look at what your results were. So you risked how much on this trade?
It was 2 microlots.
2 microlots. Okay.
Which is like $1 pip per.
What percentage of your account did you risk? Like, that's what I mean.
Oh, that's maybe like half of a percent.
Okay, 0.5%. Good. Okay. All right. 0.5%. Okay.
Yeah.
I risk 1% per trade.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So 0.5 is nice. Okay. So 0.5%. And so from here, right, you took 50% off of that, right, at 2.5. Right. So let's just do 0.5% divide by 2, right, times 2.3, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so your first position, take profit 1, that was, you made 0.575%, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and the next one you made, let's see here, you made what, 4.43 risk reward ratio?
Yep.
Okay, all right. Okay, take profit 2 equals, okay, let's just do this here. See if I can, that's your other half, and that's 4.4. Okay, nice. So you made 1.1%, right? So you walked away with 1.675%.
Yep.
Nice.
It's not bad for a day.
Oh man, that's awesome. That's good. It's great. That's a good trade. That's
Mm-hmm.
great. You risked 0.5%, right, to make that. So 0.5. So really, yeah, that you walked away with, at the end of the day, you've walked away with the 3.3 to 1.
Yep.
Total, right? Okay, so watch this. Watch this. Let's say you were trading with me, right? We were doing this together, and you were starting to use what I'm teaching you. You're not going to get out here, but instead you decide to secure profit here.
Mm-hmm.
What we're going to do is at that break here, we're going to secure the trade right here. I'm going to put my stop right. I'm going to secure the trade here. Right there. Because if they're pushing up, if they're buyers pushing up here, we don't want price to come back down here. If they're pushing up orders here and their orders are long, they're going to defend these positions, right?
Right.
Right. So we don't want price to come back down here, right? Same thing where in this case over here, right? This little push down that they did, right?
Right.
Look how things changed. The fact when they were showing they weren't willing to defend those shorts anymore. And you see how they're getting out of their shorts over here?
Oh yeah.
Changing directions, and then boom, right? So the same thing over here, right? There we can secure our trade. There at that point here, we can now draw, we can draw a very different trend lines, right? I would draw different trend lines, different variations, trying to capture here. And I would say, okay, well, by the time you get that break over here, right? if it goes sideways, this trend line might become a strategic defense line for you, if not this one, right? Where your new stop loss becomes it actually is now behind the wave, right? Like that's really all a trend line is. It's just parameters placed around a wave, really, right? So if this holds, right? Or you can see how it's how this wave's holding, right? And then you have this one, you have like this one, and as time continues, this trend line starts to secure more and more and more and more profit for you, just like how it did here. Right. So okay, so I'm telling you how I would have traded it, right?
Yeah.
And I'm not even looking at the higher time frames. I'm just doing a quick high level, right? Just like basic demonstration to how I can help you make more profits on the same trade, right? As I state in all my stuff, right? So first of all, let's just keep your stop. I didn't even touch your stop loss yet, right? But one of the things that I tested thoroughly when I was a young trader was, do I scale my positions? Because I also tried this. Or do I get out all at once? Right? Which one's better? And I found that if you're accurate, the more accurate you are, right? When the trade goes against you more, right? Or the trade tends to not go in your favor as much, then it might be better to scale. But because my precision has become so laser accurate over the years, I enter all in and I get all out.
Wow.
So what I would have done in this case is I would have went for that full move, right? And I would have secured profit here. So I'm just going through this here. At this point over here, right? I would see volume weakness over here. I would probably, let's see here. Yeah, I would still use this trend line over here, and I would, okay, at that point here, I would now secure my stop over here, below this area here, right? Just in case they decide to do some, because here again, see this high volume candle, right?
Yep.
We wouldn't want them to come back down here to show that they are not defending that price anymore. And maybe they just pushed it up here to hit the stops, right, over here. And just like how they did here, right, to just hit the stops and they crash it down, they could have done it here as well. And that certainly the market was weak for them to be able to do that, right? They could have done that, right? But they weren't ready. They wanted maybe better prices, right? So price continues upwards over here, right? And at this point over here, I can see that volume is starting to dry up a little bit here at this levels. They're really not interested at these levels, right? Just like how they did here. So you can see that's starting to dry up. It's the opposite of this one here when they're pushing up. This is interest, that's no interest. Then one final spike up here, right? That sticks out like a sore thumb, right? And at that point over there, right? Now you gotta start getting aggressive with your profits, right? You could have done that with the trend line. You could have just gotten out right there. So let's say we got out at the close. Let's say we didn't even have time to look at the trend line. Let's say we just waited for the close of that hour and we closed it right over here. Okay. Get the precision here. There you go. So at this case, right, if you traded like this is a 4.64 to 1 reward to risk ratio.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you traded that same 0.5, right, times 4.46, 2.325. Okay, so what was your number again?
What number was that?
This one here.
The first take profit?
Yeah, okay, no, like the way that you walked out, the way that you.
Oh yes, I walked it out. Yeah.
So I'm just comparing
675, 325.
Yeah, I'm just comparing these two. So
okay.
We do minus 1.675. 75. Okay, that's a difference. Okay, so that divided by. Am I doing this right? Yeah, I did. Yeah, I think I'm doing this right. Okay, 1.675. Yeah, that's right. So I basically increased your profits by 38.8% just by doing that.
That's right.
So there you go. Just by doing just a couple things.
Yeah.
Right. And that's what I do, right? I just help you get I just help you get better trades. Like so you can hold for bigger moves, right?
Yeah, that's amazing right there.
This one here.
Right.
This one here.
I knew it would have created a double bottom.
Okay.
From that point, and so I used that as my signal to place a buy.
Right. Okay. No, that's good. Yeah, I noticed in your language too. You're because I don't just help traders adjust their trading. As a mentor, I also help adjust your linguistics.
Yes.
So I noticed there's something in your linguistics that you're using. You talk in use a lot of words of certainty, right? And that affects your psychology in your trading.
That is correct. Thank you for picking up on that, by the way.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's the other thing. This is why people need mentors, right?
It's all probability and high probability.
Exactly. So I teach all my students that, you don't know.
Yep.
Right. This is how I know it's going to do this. Like, no, you don't know. Right. I always teach my students to think there's a probability that this would happen. So that way, if and when it happens, it allows you to, of course, already accept the stop loss before it even happens. Right. And you're not as emotional because you've already detached yourself from any expectations of the market.
That's right.
And when you have a clearer mind, you can make better decisions. Yeah, this is starting to look pretty ridiculous. All right, check this out. 23.48 to 1 reward to risk ratio.
Oh my gosh. That is insane.
Yeah, that's how we roll in SMA.
Oh my gosh.
So when you know how the smart money gets in or out, then you know how to read the understanding of energy theories, the way that the waves work and where they run out of steam, and you combine that with the precision of on the lower time frames for entries and strategic stop losses that I teach, right? You can afford to get stopped out. Like what I do is I offer 3 chances. So in this chance here, I may have gotten out, let's just say I got stopped out twice. Okay.
Yep.
The third time I nailed it. So about 50%, 40-50%, maybe I get stopped out once. Almost never get stopped out twice, and the third time, rarely. I think I only got stopped out 3 times in 2 years on Bitcoin. Right. I got stopped out there, but you can see, okay, so I lost. If I was trading, I would trade 1%. I'd lose 1%, but now I finish with 23%.
Oh, wow.
And of course, I told you I would have risked 1%, but because on the daily you would increase a little bit more, so maybe 25% more, right? You'd maybe lean into it a little bit heavier, right?
So at this rate, you are doubling your account like every few months.
Stop loss is everything in this, right? Because
yes.
By finding that stop loss, we were able to increase that trade by like 10 times almost, right? So 8 times, right? So yeah, there's a lot of value. There's a lot of value in going the mentorship. So that's why everyone pretty much goes that mentorship route.
I agree with you. Yeah. And I think that's something along the lines of what seems feasible to me. It seems like a great investment because I'm investing in myself, Yeah.
And you're already a profitable trader, right? You just need
Yes.
You just need a couple adjustments. You're like how I was, 9 years ago, right?
Yeah.
Right. But no, I look forward to working with you when you get back. Have a great wedding. Congratulations, and have an amazing honeymoon. And we'll get in touch September 20th ish, right?
Yeah, ish. Yeah.
We'll set up we'll set it up the mentorship, and we'll start going.
Yes.
No, that's good. That's good.
So thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Yeah, this has been amazing.
Yeah, we haven't got started, man. This is just the discovery call.
I know. That's why I'm so excited.